Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, and in this episode I'm going to show you my wonderful worm tea. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Let's take a look. Florida worm tea. Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel. On this channel I help you integrate systems into your backyard that will serve both you and your family for years to come. So let's all explore the new possibilities and not just be the next boring yard. Let's go beyond our shores and explore the possibilities that are right in front of us. So please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified as new videos come out all the time. So let's see what's going on in this episode of EB Explorer. Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, and in this episode I'm going to show you my wonderful worm tea. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are at my very simple worm farm. I have a video on how to make that I'll link here. But it's just really two bins separated. I didn't really do anything but stack them. And I installed this valve that I got from Funky Chicken Farm for $5. And yeah, it's doing really well. I just watered it down. What I've got in there are cardboard, brown cardboard, soaked throughout in the sandy soil from my yard. And I sprinkle in rotten fruit, basically, mostly papayas, rotten papayas, and rabbit manure. And they love it, and they're thriving in there. And I just covered it up with sand. One of the things you have to be sensitive to with the worm farm I've discovered is the idea of fruit flies. So, you know, in the rotting fruit, if you have the fruit above the surface of the container, it'll do fine for a few days, but once it starts to rot, those fruit flies will get in. You really have to remember to bury that, or you just bury it to start with, but small pieces is the best thing so that the most worms can get to the most surface area and so on. Alright, but I just watered it down, so this should be a bumper crop. So easy. Every time I turn it the wrong way, lefty loosey, righty tighty. There we go. Look at that. Sweet bubbling goodness. Now if you know what worm tea is, this is exciting. So this will actually produce a fair amount of worm tea. As you can see, this is a 5-gallon bucket, and it's going for it. Now, one of the things that I do, I built this very sturdy platform for the worm farm because it's very heavy. 4x4s, 2x4s, some 1x6s across the top is the scheme here. It's very easy to reproduce this. I just used lots of 3.5-inch screws to screw these in, so it's very solid. And the simple method I use is gravity assist. I put this underneath the back of it so it tilts it forward. And I do that after I get most of the water out of the bottom, just because I want it to be as drained as possible. I really don't want the soil to, you know, shift to the front here when I move it up, but once I start to see that the flow is down to the bottom of the container, you can see I got that valve pretty far down, but there's still a gap on the bottom, and I did that on purpose. I didn't want to have it in a place where the seal might be broken. I wanted to have it right on the flat surface so the rubber gasket would fit up on there, washer fit up on there nicely, which it did. Hasn't leaked one drop. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and elevate it. Okay, now I just put that 2x4 under there. And once again, we're back to turbo. Oh, this is getting the good stuff. Look at the darkness. That's all the nutrients and bacterias and everything that are part of vermiculture, part of the water filtering down through all the worm castings. And that is magic. And this is part of a larger system that involves the rabbit hutch. My two beautiful little lionhead bunnies, Thumper and Penelope, who are producing a non-stop flow of rabbit manure, which, by the way, that rabbit manure, as I water it, the nutrients from that also go down into this worm tea. So we're creating a real So we're creating a real brew here that is highly sought after by horticulturalists, and going to go right back into that fruit forest, my food forest. And wow, I'm so excited about my food forest. It's like my interest and enthusiasm has been completely reborn in this possibilities of this backyard, because now I have the nutrients to make it really thrive, and really thrive through some of the adversities that we suffer here from salt spray from the ocean, salt in our irrigation, super hot temperatures, dry spells, all that stuff. But now with the nutrients that I'm putting in there, this is a non-stop flow of nutrients and the soil health ingredients that I need to make my very sandy, very loose soil. If you look at it, this is what I'm dealing with, which I like. It's nice. It's not that muddy, but it drains well. But we've got to help it. And there you can see the final drips leaving the worm farm. And you can see here that it did actually kind of slide forward just a tiny amount, bowed in. That's where the edge was, but not too bad. So probably overkill, but I like to be gentle with my worms, and I don't know how many are exactly in there. I've just been concentrating on feeding, but I need to do a check more deeply and see what the health is, and also seed some of these into different areas of my yard. So there you have it, the worm farm. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have a worm farm, if you have any experience seeding these into areas of the yard and how to do that, or anything else. Super interested. But look at the results of our labor here. That's a good gallon and a half of worm tea. Now what I'll do is dilute that down a little bit into my watering can over here, and just water it around on all the things that need it. And I've just been progressively doing that. So thanks for watching Eat Your Backyard. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.